Yeah, I'll give you a breakdown of what's happened here. So yeah, when we left off yesterday, we'd attacked the bandits' main camp. But while we were doing that, it was apparently a big distraction, and the main force of the bandits went and can't see it from here. There we go. While we were doing that, the bandits' main force went and took over Talmberg, the castle here. Talmberg is the castle we ran to at the very, very beginning of the game, where the old man is. We slept with the old man's wife. But yeah, they took that castle. So now we're camped out here, and we're going to set up a full-on siege of this castle. So we have to build a trebuchet so we can knock down the walls and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what's going on. They pulled the wool over our eyes, took the city. Now we got to try and take it back. And we have all these optional objectives now, where we got to help set up this siege here. So before we talk to Fafar, we'll talk to everybody else here.
Good day, Henry.
The monastery. Yeah. Well, hey, the way the monastery ended was good. You know, when I fucking lost it and just killed everybody. That was good. Almost made the monastery worth it. Bark, bark. Where are these people? I thought they'd be right out there. Okay, they're not that far away. Did you get over that fence? God damn it, game.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
What? Okay, game.
How are the men holding up?
They're a rabble. The out-of-towners are desperate to go home. And the locals, they've got nowhere else to go. So they're just generally complaining.
Are they causing trouble?
No trouble as such. It's true I've caught a few of them asleep on their watch. There's nothing a couple of lashes of the whip can't cure.
Well, there might be a simpler solution.
Whipping a man, simple enough. Just give one of them a beating, the others will remember. When they forget, do it again.
But then you'd have an injured soldier. It occurred to me a herbal potion might do the trick.
I never heard of any wives' quackery helping troop morale. But Christ knows they could do with something to flush the booze out of them and keep their eyes open.
How goes it, Sir Bernard?
How goes it? We're sitting here under the castle, and all day long there's folks hewing stones. My ears are ringing as if I'd been struck on the head, which is just how I feel.
I felt that way too since the night of the attack.
That went horribly wrong. And even so, we were lucky. Could have gone much worse.
What the hell?
God be with you.
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants to know? One of their lordships?
Hey, Tabasco Punk, how you doing?
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
Oh, I see. The lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything. Well, to tell the truth, we don't have much meat. They bring it round often enough, but never as much as they should.
Yes, I've heard something like that.
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here. I'll take care of the rest.
Fine, I'll keep that in mind. Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone, and we've drained the local inn dry.
I thought we were going to finish it yesterday, but turns out the game is
Don't
longer
I know
than
it?
expected.
You can't go and catch
But
a
I'm
deer in the
pretty
woods
sure we're going to
either.
finish it today.
But if you happen to know about some, let's hear it. News like that'd refresh me almost as much as a drink. And the lads, too.
Okay. Do I need to find a convent to join in slaughter? Sadly, no. We're setting up a siege, a castle siege. I'm currently helping people with whatever busy work they need to help get the siege set up.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
How do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be told. And my shoulder's paining me.
Let someone tend to the wound and you'll soon be better.
The flesh can be healed, perhaps. But the spirit... Henry, can you do something for me?
What is it you need, sir?
Nope,
I
he
need
never
a
found
priest
out.
as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what happened to him. And then there's the one from Ujits. What's his name?
Godwin. But why would you need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men, and I have to confess my sins.
Even now, we are... Everybody's fucking busy work, people. So we need to go talk to the charcoal burners to find out if they have pitch. Find a herbalist to make some fucking anti-sleep potion. We gotta find meat, beer, a priest, and a doctor. Good lord. Alright, I guess we'll start with G. Yeah, the dude never found out about us sleeping with his wife, and currently his wife is being held hostage in the castle there. As well as, if you guys weren't watching the end of yesterday's stream, our father, it turns out Sir Radzig, is our father, our biological father, and we are his bastard. Which is why he's taken so much interest in us over the course of the game. So we're not a blacksmith's son, we are a royal bastard. But yeah, he's currently being held hostage in the castle too, so... Yeah, you never know.
I need something to keep our soldiers awake. Do you know of anything that might help?
I do know of a concoction to ward off sleep. I can teach you how to make it if you like.
No, I need someone who will do it for me.
I'm sorry, but I'm not a miracle worker. I can only sell you what I have.
I need something to keep our...
I do know of a concoction.
But I need enough for at least 100 people.
I can't help you with that. You'll have to brew up a bit at a time as it's needed. So, do you want to do it or not?
That'll be very helpful.
Damn, recipe books are expensive. Holy shit. Why is this objective still here?
I need something to...
I do know.
No, I need someone...
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, then what the hell was the point of this?
I'm honored that a night such as...
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I've hardly any beer left, but I have got a lot of goat's milk. Do you think that might lift their spirits?
Really game. So it's the big final siege. Let's do like a bunch of running around doing fucking FedEx quests. Hooray. Oh, maybe Godwin will join us. Amen.
God almighty. Did something happen to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
There's something I need from you, Father Godwin.
Is there, my son? How can I help?
There are a lot of dead and wounded at Talmberg, and no one to make the sign of the cross on their foreheads.
I'd like to help you, Henry, but I have other concerns.
What's
Fucker,
happening?
you owe me.
I have a delegation here from the Archbishopric in Prague. They claim I have a heretic in my parish, and there's talk of building pyres. I fear if I left matters here unattended, half the villagers would be roasted before I got back.
I see. Sort of.
Go and ask elsewhere. There's bound to be a willing servant of God left around here somewhere.
Okay. If not you, then who?
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Andrew, there's no more beer in Talmberg, and the soldiers are starting to grumble. Can't you send some there?
I could, but there's nothing in it for me.
Just as a matter of interest, who do you pay your taxes to?
You're saying I should be paying the Talmberg to old Sir Divish? When Sir Havel of Waldeck was the master here, I managed to wriggle out of it. Nobody's come collecting since.
Well, right now, there are 3 noblemen camped by Talmberg, one of whom might be very interested to learn about all the tax you owe. I imagine he might want to collect it in the form of beer.
When you put it like that, I have got a few kegs I could send over. I won't lose out too much. They'd only spoil if I kept them longer, and I'd have to throw them away.
Just remember, if you poison them, they'll hang you for it.
Those soldiers would drink it up long before it has time to go off. And what's more, what with all that cabbage being eaten, it wouldn't occur to anyone the shits came courtesy of the beer. I'll have them loaded up right away and taken there. And give their lordships my regards. Tell them I'm sending my best beer as a gift. Why the devil shouldn't I get some goodwill out of this at least?
Hey, Cephalinus. Tabasco Punk, the Savage perk, it's just when I'm outside of a town, like out in the wilderness, I get a bonus to my stats. You have an option of one perk gives you a bonus to your stats when you're in town, one gives you a bonus out of town, but you can't have both. You gotta pick one. I chose outdoors because I figured most of my fighting is going to be out in the bandit camps and stuff.
Are you after some meat?
Certainly. I'm expecting a traveling merchant who loves venison from roe deer. I'll be mighty grateful.
Oh. Okay, we got the beer sorted out. So now we want to go to F.
What do you need?
I'm looking for some pitch for Talmberg.
Already? What happened to the last lot we supplied?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Do you have any, or don't you?
I do. I had a buyer lined up, but it's been a while since he showed his face. What do you need it for?
Talmberg's been taken by a horde of brigands, so we're laying siege to it. We could use some pitch.
Christ blood. I hadn't heard the news. All right, it's all yours. You gave us a hand with that ginger when we needed it, and if it's for Sir Divish, I know my duty. If you want to haul it away yourself, feel free, or I can get someone to deliver it to you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. Get up there. fuck? Apparently I just fell off my horse. And my horse just fell off the face of the planet? What the fuck did you go, Pebbles? That was interesting.
The troops are falling asleep on guard duty. Do you have anything to help?
There's a recipe I know. I could brew up enough for 2 or 3 men with what I have here.
No, I need enough for a whole bloody encampment. Actually, for 3 camps.
That much? It would take me a week just to pick the herbs for it. Unless you were to do a bit of the legwork yourself.
Seems only reasonable, since I'm the one who wants it. What do you need?
1 handful of valerian and 2 of mint, but make sure it's fresh. And a little wormwood wouldn't hurt.
I need 120, 60, and 12? Fuck you, game. That quest is not getting done. I am not spending that long picking fucking herbs. What is this? Why can't I highlight it? Okay, I don't have a C. So it's like a bugged out marker, okay.
Ah, watch where you're going.
Alright, there's gotta be a store that sells meat. Butcher shop in this town, right? So this guy might have enough herbs for sale.
God be with you.
God almighty.
It's 5. Never mind. Yeah, that's right. Give me all that meat. Need like 30 pieces of meat. Cool. Okay, we got enough meat. Why is the beer still... The guy said he was going to send beer. Do I need to find more? Is that not enough? I have to get some sleep. It's getting late, unfortunately. Well, since we're here, let's repair our stuff. Fix my things, please.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
I am honored that an...
Good God, you look...
Greetings, Henry.
There we go. All fixed up. No, that was for the pitch, Tabasco Punk. We gotta go talk to the quartermaster to get someone to pick up the pitch, but the beer... I think we gotta find more. I don't think that guy had enough for what I was looking for, apparently.
Good health to you, Henry. doing? Hey! What? May the Lord...
Where the hell is the innkeeper? Here you are.
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I'm a few kegs short myself. And once I run out, my regulars will go elsewhere.
God save Henry.
Sir Gopher of Errand. Yep, that is me. Enjoying the wonderful fetch quests? No. No, I am not. Especially when it's like, go to fetch the thing, and I gotta figure out which of the million guys scattered around the map have the thing
Jesus
I need to
Christ,
fetch.
Be praised.
Forget Jesus Christ. How about beer?
I
Beer
need
be
to bring a few
praised.
kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
To Talmberg? Why? Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm running low on beer, and I've no kegs left.
Oh, yeah. Are there any other inns I need to check? Been there, been there. Been there. That's all of them. Okay. Wait, the castle's open? Why are the gates open? This castle's been captured. We need to siege it to get inside. The door is wide open. I just walk in there and kill everybody. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Talk. Hello? You?
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I brought you some meat.
Stack it over here.
That's the lot.
Good. Well, thanks very much. And when you've got
Cheat
more,
a new level
feel
in
free
Hunt.
to stop by. You won't be unwelcome. Oh yes, and here's a little something for the trip.
I've arranged some beer for you from the local tavern.
You're a proper treasure, you are. I'm gonna put a word in about how well you look after us. Like your own kith and kin.
The charcoal burners nearby have some stocks of pitch they'll let us have.
That's handy. Sir Robard will be pleased. What little we had left was running out, and he was getting worried.
Well, he can stop worrying.
Good. I'll get someone to take care of it.
Alright. We're not going to bother with the herb picking. Never did find a priest. Oh yeah, I need to go find a medicus, which is probably from the monastery where everybody hates me. That's not going to go well. Okay, let's just move on. Enough fetch quests. They are optional after all. So let's go to B, right? Yeah.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Tamburg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Actually, there is a way you could help. Conrad Keyser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Conrad Keyser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
He was with Sigismund?
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Bethlen Castle.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all.
Quest started Rocketeer. Am I going to get a jetpack? That'd be sweet. We'd definitely retire old Pebbles if we could get a jetpack. Why isn't this marked on my map? He's at the monastery. Why does everything want me to go to the monastery? So about me horribly murdering the lot of you. Hopefully you got no hard feelings, eh? Eh? It's water under the bridge, right?
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Do you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
And what do you want from the old buzzard? Never mind. What do I care? It's the big house in the courtyard by the monastery.
I've come to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing us all. So what is it you need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
Sadly, I can't assist you. I have many needy folk right here requiring my constant care. I can't just leave them.
And what if I helped you out here? You'd have more free time, and there's a wounded nobleman at Talmberg who needs a proper physician.
Yes, then I'd be willing to go, but not until everything has been put to rights here first.
Very well. Where should I start?
Talk to your hunker. She knows what's needed.
Alright, where is this other guy? Did it mark it? Nope. Big house in the courtyard of the monastery. That doesn't really narrow it down that much, does it? This house? In here, Conrad. Some kind of quest item. Okay. Probably some quest we missed. Can't interact with the door. Oh, there we go. Well, that wasn't helpful.
God save you, Henry.
Dave! What the... You thought I wouldn't find out? You didn't return the relic.
But I... Oh, bugger.
How could you do that? It's because of people like you that they won't let decent folk in.
Hey, Desexplook. Yeah, we should be able to finish it today, hopefully. If I can get through all these fucking fetch quests. Now what's happening? What the fuck is happening?
How are you, Henry?
Hello? What are you loading? Hello? What the fuck is happening? poisoning. Ugh. Am I gonna have to like just close the game?
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Well, you lose XP when you die in that game, eh? Lovely.
Do you happen to know the whereabouts?
And what do you want? What? That old fool? The one who's...
Big house in the courtyard. Where? Oh, it's because I'm not tracking the quest. That's why. Okay. Good. I remember playing the original EverQuest, where you'd lose XP when you died. That shit sucked. You could get most of it back, though, if you could drag a priest over to where you died and get him to resurrect you.
Oh, come on. What are you trying on here? God be with you, Henry.
Why's the door locked? Yeah, I played a whole lot of EverQuest. Okay.
God be with you, Henry.
Last time we talked to this guy, the game like freaked out though. Go in the house. Go in the house. Yeah, I can fall through the door.
Oh, come on.
Welcome,
what are you
Henry.
trying on here?
What the hell was that?
Enter.
Depending on your level, one death was about 2 to 3 hours of grinding. Yeah.
Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startle me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Sir, Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fayfar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bethlern Castle.
They locked you up in Bethlern?
Not quite. It's a royal castle. They leave me to my own devices there. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend to my opus and a band of able assistants. Although I have lost quite a few of my patrons thanks to all this unrest.
And why are you here in Sassa?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So you see, I can't simply take my leave.
What is it you're working on, sir?
Belli Fortis. A great book of war machines and weapons. My opus magnum, my legacy. All you have seen here are but snippets of my great work. Mark my words. One day, our whole world will be run by machines and inventions not yet dreamed of.
Of course. Any day now, they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking aloud about things for battle. Could I help you escape, perhaps?
Who says I want to?
But you said you couldn't leave, sir.
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my word I'd help with the building of the monastery here. And my word is my bond. I have no intention of sneaking away like some criminal.
Who do you work for here?
My contract is with the abbot himself, but I discussed the work details with Carol, the monastery's master builder.
Could I not just pay off the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say?
Yes. What are you thinking?
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defence of the province is at stake.
I realise that, but Sassa Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
I found that document while we were looking around.
Interesting idea.
But then I had to load the
My
game.
inventiveness has many applications.
But I remember
I'd
where
to
we
be
found
back
it.
here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
Or I could just walk in there and take it, like I did earlier. Completely at random. So that was the house over here, I think. Was it upstairs? Might have been upstairs. I leveled up my stealth. And my speech, apparently.
Welcome, Henry.
Greetings. What business have you?
I've got that commission.
Not so loud, for heaven's sake. Show it here. The very thing. Go to the Sasau scribe and say to him the fox isn't half as clever as he thinks. Then he'll do as you ask.
Is that a password?
Just so. He insists on it. Don't forget to repeat it verbatim and aloud. Then all you have to do is take the new document to Carol and tell him a messenger brought it.
All right.
But most importantly, do it quickly and put the commission back immediately. Carol's no fool. If he can't find it, he'll put 2 and 2 together when you bring him the new document, and the game will be up.
Why am I drunk? Like, everything looks, like, over-sharpened. What's going on? I just noticed I'm drunk. What am I drunk from? Is my save mod not working? Oh, fuck. I think my save mod, they patched the game today. It must have overwritten the file I modified. Yeah, my savior schnapps is gone. Oh, for fuck's sakes. That's not good. Crap. See, I didn't download the mod, I just did the modification myself, and it probably overwrote the file unmodified when it updated. Fuck. I might have to go download that mod and install it real quick.
Jesus!
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I have a message for you.
Hmm?
The fox isn't half as clever as it thinks.
What?
The password about the fox?
What in heaven's name are you blabbering about?
Conrad Keyser sent me.
Why the hell didn't you say so?
That sod. He deliberately lied to me to make me look stupid.
Well, never mind. What do you want?
I've got this document here, and I need to have a different one drawn up with the same signature and seal.
So Conrad is still up to his old tricks. Give him my greetings. Let's see it then. All right. Give me an hour. I hope I won't have problems on your account.
Can't wait for the Pokemon expansion. I've never actually played a Pokemon game in my life. Yeah, I don't plan to. That's Plug. If I haven't played one by now, it's never gonna happen. Where'd he go? Oh, here he is.
Is it done?
Here you are. And pass on my best to the old dragon.
Yeah, there were several years in my life where I was obsessed with MMOs, and now I cannot play an MMO anymore. They make me physically ill. I've played too many hours of EverQuest and WoW and Dark Age Camelot, fucking Anarchy Online. Like, I played so many fucking MMOs. They just, they repulse me now. It's like Pizza Pops. I used to eat Pizza Pops all the time as a kid, and I can't eat them anymore. Okay, where's the Carol's Commission? Here it is. Okay, it's back in the chest. It's free. I don't play games that have like microtransactions in them. Just as a rule. It doesn't matter what the game is. I don't care how good it looks. I just refuse. It's like Diablo Tabasco Punk. It's not really an MMO. Because it's just a gross business model. It's meant to prey on people and fuck with them, and I just refuse to support that shit. Let me buy the game and own the game and play the game as much as I want. Don't fucking try to nickel and dime me. I'm not interested in any game that does that shit. I don't play free-to-play games. I don't play anything that has a microtransaction of any kind, even if it's just cosmetic.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
A messenger brought a dispatch for you.
To the hand of charge of assistance.
Don't you have to buy inventory bags in
Permission to leave
PoE?
Sasau?
When I tried it, that's how it was.
How
It's like,
very
oh, you want inventory
convenient
space?
for
Yeah, you gotta
you.
buy it.
The Hand of Fate.
We'll see what fate brings. I have an authorization letter of my own from the abbot, and if your letter of patent is fake, you'll be in trouble. Come with me.
Got it for you right here. I'll bring it right away.
A meal to go with the ale, please.
Guild Wars. I was never able to get into Guild Wars. But that came out after I was already kind of sick of MMOs anyway, so...
Henry, I'm glad you came.
God save you, Henry.
Where the hell were you brought up?
Hey! What is it? Well, it goes against the grain, but the seal and signature are genuine.
So Conrad may leave?
He can. The letter of patent is genuine, and when the abbot commands...
Wonderful. I'll tell him.
Yay. So, which love is greater though, Desix Pluck? Do you love PoE or World of Tanks more? Because I know you're into World of Tanks too.
They're after me! Sweet Jesus, I knew this day would come!
What? Who is... Carol said you can leave and...
Leave? I can't even set foot outside the door! Not now!
Please, calm down and tell me what's going on.
They're after me!
Who? Who's after you?
Sigismund's people, of course!
Why would they be after you?
Because he's never forgiven my criticisms of Nicopolis. Now he's decided to pay me back. What am I to do?
What makes you think someone's after you?
When I was on my way to Sassau, I saw Baron Pekar in Kosterlitz. He was with Sigismund on the crusade, as was I. Now I've been told he was seen at the local tavern. And a stranger's been creeping around the gardens here late at night. My God, there are signs someone was trying to force the door. They're after me, Henry. The Lord preserve me. They want to kill me.
Take it easy. If someone's after you, I'll see to him. I'll have a sniff around the town or lie in wait for him.
I don't know. What if he sneaks past you?
He won't, I promise. I'll hide in the garden, and if anyone starts creeping around after dark, I'll catch him.
You will, won't you? Good, good. And be sure to hide well. If he sees you, he won't come.
What garden am I supposed to hide in? Let me just strip naked here so that I'm extra stealthy. This is the main story, Cephalinus. We need to build a trebuchet to take over the castle, and this guy's going to help us build the trebuchet. So until he joins us, we can't siege the castle. So. Is this far? As far as I know, we're very close to the end. Very, very close. We should be able to finish this today. How long is the game, roughly? Depending how long today takes, like 40 to 50 hours. There's a lot of side stuff I haven't done, though, so you could extend that time even longer. See anybody? I don't know, there's a difference between choosing to support somebody that you like and buying boosts in a game. That's a very different very different thing.
What?
Right, but they could choose to let you support the game by just buying the game and then getting access to everything in the game with your purchase and not nickel and diming you over and over and over and over. That's the difference. That's the business model I don't like. But that's just my own personal preference. I mean, you can play and do whatever you like, man. It's nothing to do with me. Oh no, I've been downgraded to second favorite. Moving down in the world. Okay, it's well past midnight. What the fuck am I looking for? Total Biscuit? Oh, okay. I'm so confused. What the fuck am I doing? There's nobody out here. Yeah, he's been dealing with cancer for a while. Yeah, hopefully he gets through it.
Hey!
Cancer's a motherfucker, though.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Hey!
How are you, Henry? Henry?
So I still can't talk to you. You're still acting like a fucking Looney Tune.
God be with you, Henry. God be with you, Henry.
Okay, clearly something is supposed to happen and the game's scripting is breaking or something again. But nobody showed up. I just want to fucking finish this shit, game. What are you doing to me? Now we're starving to death. We haven't slept. What's this quest called? Rocketeer. Hold on. I doubt there's any walkthroughs for this fucking game, but let's see. Great. So apparently we have to keep doing this over and over and over until the guy shows up. There's no trick to it. Goody goody gumdrops. Oh. Well, thank you so much.
Talking about cosmetic microtransactions.
Thank you so much, Desix Buck. Much appreciated, man. You just bought yourself a shiny new hat or something, I guess.
Good day.
Would you be Master Paykar?
I would. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Henry, of Skalitz.
And what do you want from me, Henry of Skalitz?
Stay away from Master Keyser.
Keyser? Conrad Keyser? Why should I want anything to do with him?
So he doesn't need to worry about you?
Worry? Good Lord, no. Why, we were friends.
Music's from Pillars of Eternity, I think. Pretty sure. Where am I going to stash you when you visit me in Canada? That's kind of creepy. I live in a fucking apartment that's the size of... My whole apartment is probably smaller than your bathroom. I make like Japanese, like little tiny pod apartments look huge.
To ask why you've come to Sasau?
An interrogation, then, I see. On business, of course.
And who is it you're doing business with?
Why don't you ask about my mistresses instead? My trade partners are my own private concern.
Right, that'll be everything.
As the master instructs.
God be with you.
Can I sleep here?
I suppose I could find something. For how long?
Just the one night?
Yeah, it is from PoE, just not that PoE. It's from a different PoE. Yep, Pillars of Eternity 2 in April, I think. I will be playing that on the stream, that's for sure.
There. Satisfied?
God save you, Henry.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I backed Pillars on Kickstarter way back when it went up, so I already own the game. Or on, I guess not Kickstarter, Fig or whatever the fuck that thing's called. Fig Starter. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity is very much like Baldur's Gate. That was the whole idea was to make a Infinity Engine style RPG. The one game that didn't make it from the Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's apparently still in development. It's completely changed developers. Like, another developer bought the project off the people who did the Kickstarter, and they've re-gotten in contact with Matsuno and are working on it again, so maybe it'll come out. I'm not holding my breath, but you never know. No, it wasn't EA. It was some small developer I'd never even heard of. That one I didn't back on Kickstarter though, so I don't have a horse in that race. I hope it comes out and I hope it's good, but if it doesn't, it's no skin off my teeth. Oh, Kingdom Come. My playthrough's turned you off of playing it now. I think I still think it's a good game. It's just got a lot of issues. Maybe they'll patch it up someday. Yeah, the definitive edition has the expansion pack, and the expansion pack the White March is really, really good. So I would definitely recommend getting the whole thing. Yeah. Do do do. Yeah, I really like the White March. According to the walkthrough I watched, you have to stand here from like 11 until 1, and he should show up at some point as long as you're hidden. I'm hoping we're hidden. Why is he shaking so much? I have no idea. This game really likes making you like move around in the first person view constantly. I imagine people who get motion sickness will probably find this game like nauseating. Now I'm crouching in a corner right now. Fuck's sakes, where is this guy? Is that him there? I see somebody. That might be him. I don't know if you guys can see it on stream. Oh yeah, he's sneaking. That's him. That's him.
Halt! What are you doing here?
Quiet, for God's sake. You'll wake the whole monastery.
Silence! For God's sake, I caught you in the middle of an assassination attempt.
Assassination? What are you on about?
You told me to my face you were here purely for business, that Master Keezer had no reason to fear you, and then I catch you sneaking up to his door.
Keezer? He's living here in the monastery?
Well, yes. Right here in this house. What's your business here?
It's all a terrible mistake. I've a long-standing arrangement with the custodian here, Sir Sebastian von Berg. I supply him with salt and spices, and I've come to realise how he's been cheating me repeatedly. The dispute's been running for a while and still has legs. So I wanted my money back, that's all. I've no quarrel with Conrad.
I don't believe a word you say.
Well, sorry, but I'm telling the truth. I suppose there's nothing to be done about it, unless you intend to skewer me on the spot. But if it will help you sleep better, I'll stop creeping around here at night and find some other way to deal with the custodian.
Fuckhead.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Well, did you find anyone?
I did.
And?
You needn't fear. I kept watch the whole night and nothing happened. A few folk passed by, but nobody dangerous.
And what about Pekar? Are you saying he has no malicious intentions?
None. He's just doing some trade with the custodian. That's what brought him to where you were.
Well, if you're sure, but I'd still rather lie low for a while.
Come to Talmberg. You'll be surrounded by a whole garrison there.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that does make sense. Thank you, Henry. I'm in your debt. We'll meet at Talmberg.
Thank fuck. Okay. So let's go back to Rete. Yeah, after I finish this, the plan is to do Champions of Kryn, which is the first game in the next Gold Box series we're going to do. I'll have to try and relearn the weird Dragonlance magic system. There's like different kinds of mages. There's like red mage and white mage, and they get weird different spells and stuff. I gotta like refigure out what all that is. It's been a while since I played the Kryn games.
Good day, Henry.
Yeah, it's different. It's not like a hybrid or anything. It's just different types of mages get access to different spells, but it's still all the same regular D&D spells. But there's no like just pure mage anymore that gets everything. Just too bad. But it is what it is. And there's no paladins. Instead of paladins, it's like Knight of something. Knight of Solaria, Knight of something with an S. Yeah, Dragonlance is it's a weird setting. They're effectively the same as Paladins, except I think they get access to Cleric Magic a little earlier. Still level 9, they get it at like level 6 or something, I remember. Honestly, I think Paladins prior to 3rd edition are terrible anyway, just as a class. A fighter cleric is just better at everything than a paladin is. 3rd edition, it's different. But 1st and 2nd edition paladins are just silly.
God save... I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Hey, watch it.
Okay, so we got our schnapps back. Now I need to go sleep again so I can save the game. And then I'm going to reinstall that mod real quick. Because this game's save system is fucking stupid. Why am I wearing a box on my back? It's a shield. It's a big ass heavy shield. Game saved. Okay. Just give me like 2 minutes here. Shouldn't take long. Oops. Unlimited saving. The unlimited saving mod has been downloaded 132,000 times. I can't imagine why this is the most popular mod for the game. By far. There we go. Alright, we should be able to save whenever we want again without having the stupid schnapps bullshit, so here we go. Alright. Apparently the mod I got it says it lets you save without even having to have the schnapps in your inventory anymore. Which is better than how I had it. So we can test that real quick here by tossing my schnapps in my storage chest and see if we can save. Nice. Good stuff. Okay. Now that's fixed. Let's get this trebuchet built. I wonder if they're ever going to fix the fast travel so that you start getting random encounters again. So there's supposed to be all kinds of random encounters. We were getting them when we started the game. Like friendly knights who challenge you to duels, and traders, and merchants, and all kinds of weird stuff. But after we killed that first set of bandit camps, which I imagine is just supposed to disable the bandit things you run into, it disabled every encounter on the road. So for the past like 30 hours or so, we haven't had a single encounter when fast traveling in this game. It's kind of ridiculous.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toff is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, Roquetta to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roquetta? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Roquetta are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of Roquetta, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them. I understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that demands a conventional solution.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
Now what busy work do I need to do?
Greetings.
Do I need to
What
fetch
business
lumber
are
for your fucking trebuchet?
I came to an agreement with Conrad.
He's already here. You wouldn't believe how clever that fellow is. Now we really will build that trebuchet. That I guarantee you.
Just one thing. If he should send you somewhere and tell you to give some password about a fox or some such, well, you should take it with a grain of salt.
Password? Fox? All right. I'll bear it in mind.
Glad I could be of service.
I'm truly grateful to you. And the men will be too when the assault starts. Fine work. You've certainly saved many lives. I probably shouldn't, but go and have a look in my trunk.
The hell is going on behind us?
Something there you can use.
Thank you.
It's like everybody's getting ready to fight.
How's work going with Master Keyser?
Excellent. His knowledge of machinery and mechanics is absolutely astonishing. He's a very gifted man.
So you're confident the trebuchet will do its job?
Absolutely. It's plain to see Master Keezer knows exactly what he's doing.
Master Fafar, how's the trebuchet construction going?
Much better now that I have Master Keezer to help me. Although, to be quite honest, it's more a case of me helping him. I'm taking note and learning as I go.
Next time round, you'll be the siege master.
I rather hope there won't be a next time.
How much longer do you think it will take?
I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. As I understand it, the base is quick to make, but the other parts are more complicated. And then there's all the balancing and setting the trajectory and range.
I see. Well, I hope it's ready soon.
So do I, Henry.
What are you guys freaking out about? As long as it's not me. Who's this? Pachar? Pachar showed up at camp and got killed. Okay. That was random. Now what? Wait until the trebuchet is finished. Really? Just wait? Just kill time?
Welcome, Henry.
Yeah, maybe he did try to assassinate him. I don't know. Apparently it's still early in the morning. I can't sleep here. Damn it.
Welcome, Henry. Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Why can't I sleep anywhere? I'm the frickin' son of Sir Radzik. I sleep wherever the fuck I want. Dumb fucks. Here we go.
God be with you, Henry.
So this is what the game is now? Is this just literally waiting for this trebuchet? How exciting. could do the herb collecting. Or not. No thanks. You want to see me suffer? Go watch my Bioforge playthrough if you want to see me suffer. Or watch the VOD from yesterday when I'm in the monastery. You'll get your fill of me suffering then, that's for sure.
God save you, Henry.
Back their way. Only I was never much use for
You just keep your head down and take it easy. Then it's time to scale the walls of...
I seriously would love to know how much time in our playthrough was spent staring at this screen. Like in total, over the playthrough, it's gotta be like over an hour.
They could have got them out.
Yay, the trebuchet's done.
What would we do then? Sir Stevie's for sure ain't keen on bombarding the shit out of his own country.
Okay. What?
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Let me guess. Wait for the trebuchet to be calibrated. Another 2 days of sitting around.
Move. Move. Damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish. Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him. Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here, We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear, here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Talmberg.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
Evergorma, yeah. It just keeps going and going.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander. But many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is... Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Skalitz men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Ratay.
Okay.
If you thought you'd be spending the whole scene sitting on your arms playing dice and swilling ale, you were sadly mistaken.
So where am I going? Here?
Easy, man. Hold. Hold. Just a little longer. Not yet. Easy. Easy.
Mother Mary, Jesus Christ, and all the saints watch over us this day.
Damn it! They were expecting us! First troops to the bridge! Break through! Vanguard! To the left! And the rest, come with me! We'll flank the bastards!
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
Wow, Pebbles is in the middle of all this? Fuckers better not hurt my horse. Get the hell away from my horse.
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Yeah, we'd have to sit for another 2 fucking days to rebuild it. Come on, fatheads. Move it. Lord, guys, come on. Pick up the pace. Squish. Get out of my way. Ah! Ah!
Well?
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Start talking, or make your peace with God.
Do your worst. I won't betray my lord.
Ah, Henry. Just the man I want. This fool would rather hang than sing. You know more about him than we do, so maybe you can get something out of him.
Oh good, we've got the game saved bug, where the text is just going to stay on the screen till I quit and restart.
Well now,
Yay.
Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them. Who is this Toth?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
How did you meet him?
He killed my parents.
What? Toth killed your parents?
You could never understand. They were weak. Istvan strong. He took better care of me than any father.
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranyik and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your lovers?
You'd never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father. Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. And for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell. I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father? Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanush. All right. We'll let the men rest a while, and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Do I have control? Can I save my game? Get rid of this fucking text? Okay. It's pretty much like every war, child's play with humans at stake. Yep. Old men playing with their toys, except their toys happen to be actual humans.
Charles.
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first shot.
I'd be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your enthusiasm.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next.
Load the trebuchet!
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Is something the matter?
A few of them have taken to their heels. If they stop in Kutenberg, I'll be glad enough. But I fear they may have other plans.
If those were the best of Istvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods. They'll probably wait to attack us at the worst possible moment.
My fear exactly. I won't breathe easy until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the meantime, I'll be glad to know the woods at my back are clear. Can I count on you?
Of course, Sir Robard. Would you like me to bring back their gear as evidence they're dead?
That's not necessary. I trust you, Hal. You don't even have to do the killing, just let me know where you find them and that'll be that. There's no need for you to get hurt in the process.
Welcome, Henry!
Didn't actually seem to give a quest for that. So whatever.
Henry? Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Why wouldn't you store the ammo here? Where you need to load the thing? Oh, I guess they load it there? Oh, they roll it. Oh. Yeah, this seems like a lot of work. I'll just store it here and just be like, bloop. You having fun with that rock there, buddy? Oh, at least it just clips right through the thing. That's convenient. Well, it hit something. I don't know what.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back.
Wait until the 2-day bombardment is finished. Oh my god. Wait. Always with the waiting. Wait for a cat sound here. Smash me. Waiting is actual waiting, yep. When it says wait 2 days, you have to actually just wait for 2 fucking days. At least I have a perk where my energy and nourishment don't go down when I'm standing still, which includes sleeping. So I don't have to worry about finding food or anything. That's another thing they did in Pokemon. Well, they make you wait in that game. It's only been 1 day, but let's see. No. Oh, wait.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon.
Bah. I'm sure I can take as long as I want. They're just like giving you time to go finish off your side quests or whatever before you finish the game. I hope. I hope this is it. I'm definitely ready for this game to be done.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Before Act 2, yeah. Be like Okami. Have you ever played that game Okami? It, like, you go through like the whole, what feels like the adventure, beat what you think's the end boss, and then it's like, no, you actually have like 30 hours of game left. That was just the intro. It's like a 10-hour intro. It's a great game though. I love Okami. Alright, it's been 2 fucking days.
What?
What?
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding?
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, it's nicely drawn. Sir Robard is expecting me. Okay, good. He can wait until morning. have to wait for 3 fucking days. You can wait until it's daytime.
Henry!
Since Sir Divish's
Less sleeping in this game, yep.
Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
Alright, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Let's end this.
We're going to attack on 2 fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? Istvan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Okay. Nice shot, I guess.
kill someone, you need to disappear before their family and panic breaks out. You'll probably never be able to return.
Shields, for fuck's sake! Cover yourselves! Wait till I raise the ladders!
Ow! Ow! This is going well. Hit him! What the fuck? This guy's just like spawned out of thin air. Oh, instant KO. Nice. Whoops. I want to pick him up. Just try to kill him. I'm in a private area. Oh no. Guard's gonna arrest me? Still can't save. Can I drink a potion? Yep. Healing potion. Level in agility, level in vitality. Perk point.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Did he hurt you?
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Get sick of wearing this orange and red muumuu. Can I save? Yay! Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What the? Where'd he go? Jesus fuck. Fucking buggy ass game.
The way you found Tom, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
The truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. What should I say to him?
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
I just want to know where the bald guy is. It's the guy who's like the head of the Cumans who killed my parents. We still haven't run into him.
A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnings. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be...
Yeah, no magic in the game except for teleportation.
There's no sign of them. Move on. There! I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Marquardt von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
What? What? That's the ending? That... Are you fucking serious? Wow. Fucking 50-hour game and they end on a fucking non-ending. Wow. Wow. Biomutant had a better ending? You mean Bioforge? Yeah, gotta get that sequel money. Oh my god. What the fuck? Better worse this or a drop to DOS prompt? They're both equally unsatisfying. So we'll have to wait and see if there's anything after the credits. DLC ending incoming, only $29.99. Yeah. when they did the Kickstarter, they said that initially the plan was to do the first act, and then they would do the second act and the third act as sequels. But then the publisher came in and gave them more money, so this is Act 1 and Act 2, but there's still Act 3, which is like the Hussite Wars or whatever. But that doesn't mean you need to end it like that. We don't get the sword back. We don't kill the guy who killed our family. It's like the two plot threads that open the game, and neither of them are closed. Wow. I don't think I've seen a game credit the entire orchestra before. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, we still have Pebbles. Carol, Martin and Merrick rocked it out on the tuba, though, yeah. Production babies. No real animals were harmed during development of this game. In loving memory of Genic Warhorse Dog. Q-Lock did the quality assurance? They're usually pretty good. Usually. Deep Silver's a publisher next, not an actual developer. The guys that made Sacred were, what are they called, Aralan or Arlan or something like that? It's kind of an interesting choice of credit music, that's for sure. Yeah, Deep Silver was actually just purchased by THQ Nordic like a few days ago. Kind of interesting.
Doing well, son. Father. Come now. You know who sired you. That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down.
I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
A spooky ghost.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
There's more? Okay. Find out how to get your father's sword back. Quest started, epilogue. Okay, I guess there's still more.
God save you, Henry.
What is it? Welcome, Henry.
Jesus, look!
Get out of my goddamn way. I'm not allowed
Hey,
here?
what the hell do you think you're doing? If you don't clear up...
Where am I going? Oh, over at that castle. Whoops.
Hey!
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed. But to surrender it means giving up great privileges, too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, Your Graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
Ah,
The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Okay.
I'm glad you I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund.
So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes two of us. If I didn't know anything about Jobst, I'd say he's right and absolutely truthful. But I've heard too much about him already. Likewise. But I do feel he's the one with the best chance to put things right.
Well, we'll see what we learn from Berghof. If the League of Lords stands with Sigismund, then our chances pale, in spite of everything Jobst said.
We shall see. We shall see.
God-awful mess in this country.
what steps they envisage taking to end the pillaging.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years. And now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Who is this Prokop that Job spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Bergov we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghof, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declines.
I think this is just setting up the next game, Virgo.
With the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghof has to say.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it. God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince Elector?
The Prince Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other Prince Electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a lot.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
Europa Universalis, the RPG, yeah.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Congratulations, you've completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests or activities or just wander the world. You can finish the game anytime by joining Hans Coppin's squad. I would like to finish the game. Please. For the love of God. The fucking pizza I ordered last night is not sitting well. I need to lie down.
What do you think of Master Keyser?
I've already asked him to stay on here when this is over. His ideas are incredible, even that trebuchet. I can't wait to launch it.
Sounds like you're sorry not to be the siege master.
Who knows? I may still get a chance.
How do you feel?
Pissed off. I'd give anything to have seen you get here sooner. If only Istvan had stayed inside that fucking castle.
I remember the first time it happened to me.
But that was when you were a young blacksmith, when those thugs attacked you. I'm a nobleman, trained in combat and siegecraft, and even I won't pretend I wasn't terrified.
That's how it goes. There's nothing you can do about it.
But Master Faithful may not survive the way they hacked him. If I'd been quicker, or if he'd at least started to run, but I...
The main thing is it will be easier next time. You won't feel the horror quite so much.
I hope so, Hal. Or I'll soon be getting sick of your pontifications.
Okay, I guess talking to him doesn't trigger the ending. I love how everybody just slams doors in your face when you're following them.
God be with you, Henry.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Yup.
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Burgov is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
Hey, Henry's come to see us. Good day, Henry.
So, how is life as a highborn bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodsig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord.
Yep. That'll be the ending, is just watching that circle spin for 3 days. That's what you have to do. If you get arrested and thrown in prison, whatever your sentence is, like 6 days, 10 days, whatever, you have to sit there and watch the wheel for 10 days. It's crazy.
Has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believe we rescued the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves in games. You have to follow someone and they're slower than you. So you have to keep fucking just like start and stop, start and stop. God damn it.
Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world where you can't keep trusting him.
If I walk, he's faster than me.
Times were better with him here than with him gone.
That's true.
This might just be a keyboard problem, though. Maybe if I was playing on a gamepad with an analog stick, I could control my speed better, but... whatever.
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have found him out to my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lambert, a well-known knight, all robber barons some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Yops.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
This epilogue has hours of extra gameplay, yep. I mean, this is a perfect finale for this game. Just lots of tedium.
Do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him, and his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back in old tricks.
Oh my god, this is so riveting. So the maps, eh? Follow Cape on. The Bohemian version of Desert Bus. Yeah. Yay. Game say, why are you getting off your horse? What are you doing?
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite.
Achievement unlocked. The end.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
That epilogue did nothing to make the ending better at all. Is that it? That's it. There we go. That's Kingdom Come Deliverance. In the bag, finally. Oh. So that took quite a while. That was a long-ass game. And I there's like tons of side quests that I didn't bother to do because I just could not give less of a shit at this point. Let's see. According to Steam, it took me 47 hours to beat that game. So there you go. But with that, I think we're going to call it a stream. My stomach is killing me. I feel like I'm going to... I don't know if I'm going to throw up or what, but whatever I ate yesterday is not sitting well with me here. So, let me just find somebody to host here. And tomorrow, we will be back with Champions of Krynn. The next in the Gold Box games, which should be good times. Good old Dragonlance. Is he playing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter? Alright, we'll give this guy a host. He's playing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter here. Yeah, I hope it's not food poisoning. I agree. Alright guys, hopefully I see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care. Bye.